Welcome to Brilliant Study Center Pala. Here is a discussion for chemistry exam with tips and tricks for confidence and success. I am Dr. Venkateswaran from Brilliant Study Center Pala. My right side, our senior professor in chemistry, Sri Velumurugan sir. He is having master degree in chemistry and also having rich experience, that is more than 30 years plus experience in chemistry, teaching in leading entrance centers, coaching centers. Now he is one of our senior most professor in chemistry department. I welcome Velmurugan sir.
Thank you, sir.
My left side, Srimati Lakshmi. She is a postgraduate in chemistry. He is a faculty in chemistry for the last so many years. And on behalf of myself, I welcome Srimati Lakshmi. I welcome all of you for this session. Yes, session is chemistry exam with tips and tricks for confidence and success. Dear students, really it is a very much pleasure to have such a discussion because you are going to face the board examination and competitive examination in near future. You know, science. What is science? Science is a way of thinking and it is a body of knowledge. Science is a systematic experience. Regarding chemistry, chemistry is one of the part of science because without chemistry, nothing will happen in science. Chemistry, you know, chemistry in everyday life. It is one of the versatile subject in science. It plays a leading role in the development of science, technology, engineering, and medicine. That is STEM. Chemistry for STEM. STEM means science, technology, engineering, and medicine. So, chemistry plays a vital role in the development of STEM. So, it has also a determined versatile subject for students also because you, the students, are going to write the board examination and also the competitive examination. So, chemistry plays a vital role in science and the competitive examination. Dear students, you are 10th standard, from 9th to 12th standard students. 9 and 11 are going to appear the final examination and 10th and 12th students are going to appear the board examination. The board examination which is going to be held during February and March. That is the final examination for 9th and 10th, 11th students is going to be held on around February, I think so. Because I think 10th and 11th syllabus almost completed, you are under revision mode. So you have to be very thorough for the preparation for the competitive examination and board examination. Sir, anyway, chemistry plays a vital role. The chemistry, without chemistry, nothing will happen. It has the major role in food industry, manufacturing industry, fertilizer industry, biotechnology, pharmaceutical industry, and so on. So chemistry also plays a major role in competitive examination also. There is JEE main and NEET. In JEE main, there is 3 subjects. There is 300 marks. There is 100 marks each for maths, physics and chemistry. So 1/3 weightage is for JEE main examination. In the case of NEET, there is biology is 360 marks out of 720, chemistry 180 and physics 180. That is 1/4 weightage is for NEET examination. So you know, I think chemistry is one of the easy scoring subject out of these 3 for JEE main. That is maths, physics, chemistry. Chemistry is one of the easy scoring subject for the JEE main aspirants. In NEET also, next to biology, chemistry is also easy scoring subject. So please concentrate on chemistry. Yes, Lakshmi, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Because our 9th and 10th students are going to write 9th students are going to appear the final examination.
Yes.
And 10th students are going to write the board examination. Now the pre-board is on the way. That is one of the pre-board, that is first pre-board examination is being conducted by the school authorities. So in this case, madam, what is your advice now for the 10th board appearing students?
So, as far as sir said, the body of knowledge in the science, chemistry plays a vital role. So, for your students, you must be familiar with your syllabus first. That is the most important thing. You should be familiar with what all things to be learned and what are the things to be learned. So you should be familiar with your syllabus. And if you are familiar with your syllabus, then you should have a study plan. Okay. Then according to the study plan, you should implement your study plan. We know that a goal without plan is only just a wish. So you should set your goal by using a study plan. And when you are setting your study plan, each student know the areas which are weak and strong for him. Okay, so accordingly, you should implement your study plan by giving proper weightage of time to each and every areas of the subject, by giving equal importance to the different areas like organic, inorganic as well as physical chemistry. So based on that, you can use your study plan, and when you use this plan, and you must learn accordingly. And not learning, you should not use the phenomena of rote learning. You should learn only by the meaningful way, a meaningful method of learning. That means, the understanding of concept is a must factor. You should understand the concepts well, and if you are not getting the concept, you should try for that. You can get the help from your teachers, and you should do it. Now, for the understanding of concept, the must factor is, for physical chemistry, you can use the method of solving problems. By understanding the concepts, you can solve the problems. By applying this, only you can solve the problems. So, in the NCERT text also, different problems are given. So, you can practice that, and also other different type of problems are for you. So, the learning by doing is the best method there. And now, for the case of inorganic chemistry, you can read it, learn it, and relearn it. So we want to again revisit and revise the topics to learn inorganic chemistry. And also for the organic chemistry, there are different equations. So on learning, you should prepare the notes according to your convenience. That is by using concise definitions, reactions, and equations. All. So by using this method, you can implement a good study plan, and we can expect a good output.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Sir, Velmurugan sir, you are in the leading role of coaching centers because you are having much experience in entrance coaching. Now the students are going to appear the NEET and JEE main examination shortly. So in NEET also chemistry is there, in JEE main also chemistry is there. So different. Is there any different approach for the chemistry between these two examinations?
Actually, our main audience here is, I think, based on the board examinations, and also, as Sar said, and also Lakshmi Ma beautifully explained, what you want to do during the physical chemistry and organic chemistry, everything. My part is also over by Lakshmi Ma'am, I think. But anyway, thank you, Ma'am. But I would like to thanks for the sir also to introduce the beauty of chemistry. That is that for every field, chemistry is a must. But these are all the other parts. Our part is how to aim, how to get better mark during the board examination. So, as far as concerned for JEE mains and NEET, I think we can do other session for that also. Since we can do one more session for that. And for this time being, we are focusing on board examination. And as he said, SR said, the simplest way of getting mark is chemistry. I'm saying this not because I am a chemistry teacher, not like that. But it is a fact. If you get a good mark in chemistry, is very easy. Chemistry has actually two parts. One is memory based part. Other is a logical part. For it is not easy to memorize some chemical formula or chemical compound, etc. You may be familiar with these subjects, but their chemical names, etc. may be different. So it's not easy to recollect these names. So a part is based on the memory. So one who has the greater memory will definitely get a better mark in chemistry.
Sir, is there any technique for improving memory, sir?
Actually, that is based on the experience. Suppose a candidate's taking chemical substance in laboratory and putting something in the test tube, and if we saw that reaction and if you know that chemical compound, it is easy to remember. Actually, otherwise it is not so easy. For example, even during my school periods, one teacher will say sal ammoniac, the other one will say smelling salt. It is not easy, but if you know the chemical compound and say, oh, this is smelling salt, then it will become very easy for them. Actually, there is no such a technique, but you want to familiarize it with this idea. And again, for in periodic table, many chemical compound. So even some teachers, our expert teachers, actually used to say some stories based on that.
Okay.
That's also very good. That so that they can recollect that idea. And some teachers even they will very well explain about that element and the discovery, etc. Actually, like that, based on the science and Nobel winners, etc. If you know that about it, it become easy to memorize. But let me explain what to do for the immediate point, that is for the board examinations. Let me first focus on that. See here, in board examination, the first unit for the second year candidate is solution, chemistry chapter solution. While considering that chapter, you should have an outline. Actually, that chapter can be divided into three. The first part is about Henry's law. That is the first part. Actually, you can see method of expressing concentrations. Then we will slowly go to Henry's law. So please don't forget, you just remember, try some method of expressing concentration, and then you can go to Henry's law. Then slowly you can go to Raoult's law. So while dealing with the Raoult's law, don't forget the solutions may be ideal solutions and the solutions may be non-ideal. And you just focus the graph based on the solution showing positive deviation and negative deviation. That is the first part. Then after that, you can go to colligative property. That is another part of the chapter. So first part is method of expressing concentration. In that area, even if actually you can express some objective questions, that area is must for the candidate who is focusing for more than 90% mark.
Yes.
So otherwise, if the time is less, it is better to focus for the Raoult's law and the type of solutions. And then don't forget to consider colligative properties, especially osmotic pressure, a numerical based on osmotic pressure. And for getting the first part of the question paper for the board examination, especially for 12th candidate, is from 1 to 16 questions are objective.
Yes.
There is no choice for that. That is compulsory.
Yes.
So gaining that 16 question is very simple. You just go through NCRT, solved examples and some exemplar questions.
Yes, really good advice, sir.
That is enough. Actually, they will definitely get more than 15 questions from that.
Yes.
Then the second part, actually the first part is so easy because you want to select only that answers. Select the correct option. Then the second part that you can do, you can get a questions from, I told you already, colligative property or type of solution. So the next unit is electrochemistry. In electrochemistry, again, we are dividing the unit into three. The first thing is galvanic cells. That is the cell, galvanic cell. I am not going much detail about it. After galvanic cell, you can slowly jump into electrolytic process and then commercial cells. In commercial cell, please focus on lead storage battery, secondary cell. And also you can focus about fuel cell. As far as concerned for board examination, the secondary cell and fuel cell, they are very important. Then we can go to the next unit, that is chemical kinetics. In that unit, don't forget to focus on first order kinetics. First order kinetics and numerical based on the first order kinetics is so important. Don't ignore zero order kinetics, but first order kinetics seems to be very important. Then after dealing with the first order kinetics, don't forget the idea of rate constant. That is chemical rate constant with the temperature, variation of K with the temperature. And how to determine the activation energy by measuring the rate constant in two different temperature. That area is frequently asked. And that is the important part of the chemical kinetics. The first order kinetics, and then based on two different temperature, how to determine the activation energy. That's also important area. Then you can go to D and coordination chemistry, D block element and coordination chemistry. It depends on your time and your, that is, if you aim for more than 99% mark, you can go to D and F block element in detail. But otherwise, you just write the 10 important characteristics of D block elements. It is very easy to remember for you. So you just focus on that, main characteristics of D block elements. And then you can go to coordination chemistry. Coordination chemistry is very important unit. And it is a fast developing branch also. And in coordination chemistry, you can expect a one-word question from the nomenclature part. For getting that mark, you just go through the solved examples of NCERT textbook. If you know that, you will definitely get one question from that. So, how to name the coordination compound?
So you are concentrating on worked example. The
Yeah,
importance.
that is very important. They already solved it, and if you want more than 90%, you just go through the exemplar question also.
Excellent.
That is enough.
That is additional question. you mean.
That is an additional question that we can get more than 90% from that.
Yes.
So, and again, doing the exercise question from NCERT textbook and go through that worked out example, that is much better. And you need not to work so much about it.
Yes.
Actually, they solved it, and the detailed solutions are there. So you just go through that. I mean, only for board examination. We will do one more session for JEE mains or NEET, I think. JEE mains is approaching.
So you can also concentrate on JEE main.
JEE main also. JEE main also, because time may not permit us to do one more session, I think. Or
Because first session is coming on next month.
yeah, first session is coming on the next month. And in
Sir,
that,
I have on the board examination, there is 300 marks.
yeah,
There is maths, physics, chemistry is 300 marks.
yeah,
This out of 300, 100 is for chemistry.
yeah.
So it is a, I think, because my experience and my son's experience, they always telling that chemistry is the easy scoring.
Yeah, chemistry is the actual supporting subject, because getting, whether you are doing a questions from chemistry part or maths part or physics part, you will get equal weightage. If you make one correct answer, you will get same mark. So getting a mark in chemistry is easy because you can simply do that question. You need not to do elaborate work for getting a answer for chemistry.
I think out of chemistry 25 questions, I think, because my experience and my analysis, around 22 plus questions are directly taken from NCERT. Do you agree, sir?
Oh yeah, almost all questions are from. So that actually, if you focus on board examination, you can easily get into JEE campus.
Definitely.
Definitely get it.
Yes.
That is, if you ignore board exam, actually, it is very difficult to enter in a campus.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So don't go behind the entrance and objective questions only. You should focus and you should concentrate in your board examinations first. And if you thorough with it, there is a chance of getting a better campus for JEE mains. And
I think if a student is concentrating, that is well in NCERT, definitely he will
get both. He will get board examination automatically, and yet also he will get.
I think he will get surely 90 plus marks.
Yeah, no doubt. In
So it is most important for.
Actually, even in NEET examination, if you consider the last year paper,
Yes.
100% questions are from NCERT textbook, and more than 90% questions are from solved examples and exemplar questions.
Really?
Like that. So they actually, one can easily get mark if you thorough with NCERT textbook.
Yes, very good advice, sir.
Like that. Now coming to the organic part. So these are the area by which the volume 1 book. The second volume book, if you consider, you can see the first chapter, haloalkanes and haloarenes.
Yes.
In that unit, you can focus the preparation of halo compounds, and also you can focus on the reactions, nucleophilic substitution reaction. You can see in NCERT, they tabulated all that results. They put all the results in a single page. And you can focus on beta elimination type reaction, and also preparation of Grignard reagent, like that. And the next unit, alcohol, phenols, ethers. In that chapter, the reactions of alcohols. That maybe you may be classified into the reaction comes under the category by which the cleavage of OH, CO reactions participating alkyl group.
Yes.
And in which, don't forget that the most important point is oxidation of alcohols. And the oxidation of alcohols and also the specific reagent PCC that you know, and that type of reagents are also very important. Then after considering the alcohol part, go to phenol, the very important reaction, a Riemann-Tiemann reaction, Kolb's reaction. You
So I
cannot
think
omit
named
that.
reactions are very important.
Very named reactions are important. They will never ask you a named reaction directly, but instead, if you know that named reaction, you can write the last part of the board examination question paper is in general conversions.
Yes.
That there involves 2 or 3 steps.
Yes.
So for that steps, you mainly use named reaction, in which you can focus Kolb's reaction, Riemann-Tiemann reaction. These two are very important. But coming to ether, Williamson synthesis,
Yes.
the production of ether. So I will repeat the named reactions once again. Kolb's reaction, Riemann-Tiemann reaction, Williamson synthesis. These 3 reactions are very important in alcohol, phenols, ethers. Now coming to the next area, next chapter, that is aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acid. In that chapter, that is very important.
Yes.
In organic chemistry, that chapter is very important. So for considering that unit, you can see that there are so many important reactions in it, out of which nucleophilic addition of aldehydes. Aldehydes, you can focus on the addition of hydrogen cyanide and addition of sodium hydrogen sulfide and Grignard reagent and also alcohols. All these 4 reactions are important, and the reactions of ammonia derivatives.
Yes.
In which don't omit addition with a semi-carbazide.
Yes.
It's very important. Semi-carbazide reactions. The reaction with the semi-carbazide and 2,4-DNP test.
Yes.
Frequently asked in 2,4-DNP test and semi-carbazide, getting semi-carbazone. That is a very important area. And then you can go to reactions of showing acidic nature of alpha hydrogen, aldol condensation. Aldol condensation is a very important reaction. Aldol condensation and then Cannizzaro reaction. These 2 are very important. In almost all question paper, you can see these 2 reactions. Aldol condensation, Cannizzaro. In some question paper, even both of the reactions entered like that.
Okay.
Actually, these type of reaction, the reactions of aldehydes using concentrated alkali and dilute alkali, that you know very well. Aldol and Cannizzaro reaction. Okay. Then we can go to carboxylic acid. I am not going in deep about it, but don't forget Helmholtz-Zielinski reaction, HVZ reaction. That's very important. Then go to the next unit, amines. In that unit, carbylamine reaction. Carbylamine reaction is very important. Then also Hinsberg test. I am mentioning very important test only. Hinsberg reagent test and also carbylamine reaction. And in coming to aniline, diazonium salt, the reactions of diazonium salt, in which both the category, that is the reaction involving replacement of N2Cl group and also the reactions retaining N2 group, these 2 categories are important. And in which Sandmeyer's reaction came, Gartermann's reactions are there. And also, actually, if benzene diazonium chloride is there, you can get almost all aromatic compound. Just like in the first compound, halo compound, if you know alkyl halide, if there is halogen in an alkyl group, you may get almost all organic compound from that. You can synthesis from that. Same way, in the aryl halide, aryl group, aromatic compound, if benzene diazonium chloride is there, you can prepare all the compounds, almost all aromatic compounds.
Okay.
So that chart is important. Now, after that, you can enter in biomolecules, in which test of how to get Fisher formula of glucose. You know, series of reactions, isn't it? To deduce the structure of glucose. That's important. Then also you can give some importance to secondary structure of proteins like that. And if time permit, it depends on only you. And there are denaturation. If you want to get 100% mark, you should not omit a single sentence from the NCERT textbook. But it depends. But it depends on you. Okay.
In between, I have some queries to Lakshmi Miss.
Yes, sir.
Because 10th standard students, there is a separate subject for separate subject for chemistry, because in science, physics, chemistry, and biology, the total these three subjects contribute to 100 marks. Is there any special weightage given for the chemistry subjects?
Accordingly, we can focus, if we focus on the previous year question papers, we can see that some areas from which the questions are frequently asked. For example, the 10th class students have the chapters chemical reactions and equations, metals and non-metals, then periodic table or periodic classification, and the carbon and its compounds, and acid bases. These are the chapters. So we can see some areas. So I am not detailed description of syllabus is given. Or if we focus on the question papers, we can see that the reactivity series is an important area from which the questions are asked. And based on the reactivity series, we can answer the questions for the types of chemical reactions. And one among that is the displacement reactions. So in most cases, the displacement, whether the displacement reaction takes place or not, we know that the metal having high reactivity can displace the metal with low reactivity from its salt solutions. So based on that, different questions are asked in different ways, but the concept is same. And that is an important area, I think. And also from the 1 mark questions, there are, as sir said, the 1 mark questions are very important and we can score it very easily for board exams also. And the formulas of slaked lime, quick lime, or like that, different questions are asked. And also there are short answer questions. So these are some areas by which we can give importance. And one thing you have to focus is that we have a study plan, we planned well, and sir beautifully described the syllabus and the textbook and the weightage also well. And you have to do another thing is that whatever we learned, we have to get the marks in your examination, so that it is important to present very, very beautifully. It is actually a clever way of presenting your answer scripts, and the beautiful way you should write neatly. And when a teacher is going through your paper, he or she will get an idea about your knowledge or your understanding. You can present it neatly by using, if you use diagrams as well, the teacher gets an idea that the students know it well, or you have a clear picture of that answer in you. And also you should answer to the question according to the requirement of the question. We can give
Just point to the answer. Point to the question.
Yes, sir. Precisely you can answer, but not much.
You say stick on to the point only.
Yes, stick on to the point, but you have to answer according to the requirement of marks. So, for example, if the same question can be 1 mark or 3 mark. So, if it is giving a 1 mark question, answer according to that. If it is a 3 mark question, you can elaborate your answer according to your knowledge. So, you should focus on that thing also. Then you can perform well in your board exams.
Thank you. Sir, one more. Because in 11th and 12th, there are some practical chemistries also. What weightage or in which contribution the practical chemistry questions are being asked in JEE main or NEET?
Actually, recently the question papers are also based on practical part.
Yes.
As far as concerned for entrance, they should thoroughly know the practical textbook, NCERT lab manual. For an immediate purpose, for board examination, actually they will get almost 100% mark from their relevant schools.
Is there any practical chemistry base for board examination? Is there any relevant?
No, not like that. Separately, they can get marks for the practicals.
Okay.
Physics practical, chemistry, like that. They will get that mark. And in theory, as I just explained, that terms are enough. The theory part, if they know very well about it, they can answer. Lab manual used for doing practical part. But for entrance examination, the questions may also be asked from the lab manual.
That is concept wise or direct questions?
They are based on their observations. Their skill. They can test the questions based on the skill. They can even ask how to hold the burette like that. Like that. They can ask or how to, in physics, based on that. Their talents that also be analyzed during entrance examination. That part
So
is
it is
also
very,
important.
very important to go through the practical chemistry part.
They should know what that really mean. That's the idea for
There is
entrance.
basis for practical chemistry.
Yeah.
There is basic behind the practical.
Yeah.
Chemistry practical.
Yeah.
That is, you have to understand the reaction in between. That is, what's the secret or concepts behind the reaction.
Yeah.
Really.
That's very important.
Concept. Yes, thank you both Velmurugan sir and Lakshmi ma'am.
എൻട്രൻസ് സംബന്ധമായ വാർത്തകളും അപ്ഡേഷനുകളും ഏറ്റവും വേഗം ആധികാരികമായി അറിയാൻ ബ്രില്യൻറ്റ് സ്റ്റഡി സെന്റർ പാല യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. ബെൽ ഐക്കൺ അമർത്തുക. ഈ വീഡിയോ മറ്റ് സുഹൃത്തുക്കളിലേക്കും ഷെയർ ചെയ്ത് നൽകുക.